Hi everyone, State Senator Kevin Witkos here on opening day of the 2016 legislative session. The governor just finished his State of the State address, and let me tell you, very appreciative of the governor's words. In fact, I think he took the Republican playbook, read through it, and that's how he determined how he was going to write his speech. If he follows through on many of the things he spoke about today during his speech, we're really going to set the course straight for the state of Connecticut. But of course, the devils are in the details. Let me tell you a couple of the things that the governor said. The number one thing the governor said, which we stood and gave a rounding ovation, was we need to learn to live within our means. Hallelujah. It's been such a long time since we've experienced that in the state of Connecticut, because we always look at how much do we want to spend first, and then we match up our revenues coming into that. So this is the first step, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, very happy to hear about that. And then the governor said we have to actually do zero-based budgeting, because we have this term in the legislature called current services budget, which means that whatever we're offering today, we have to offer tomorrow. We don't start like many of your municipalities do and say, what services do we actually need to provide? And that was the other principle that the governor talked about, was core services of state government. State government has grown way beyond its means. In fact, last year we had a 23% increase in spending. We can't afford that, nor can you afford that. So I think we're going to right-size our government. The governor talked about making sure that the state employee benefits are in line with the private sector, because currently there's one tier of state employees that don't pay anything towards their retirement. They pay $3 for drugs. It's something that nobody else in the state gets as far as a benefit. So he's moving them into the direction of the private sector to join with the rest of the taxpayers that actually pay for those benefits. And lastly, I think the governor is saying we need to pick our priorities. What is the core function of government? And all these neat things that we used to have on the side where we had specific line items, no longer. Everything will be in a pool, and different entities can showcase why they should be the ones that are funded and show what they can do. So you get what bang, as a taxpayer, who gets the best bang for their buck? I support that 110%. I'm a little cautious about the governor's block cutting, as you might have read most recently in your local newspaper, where he wants to be able to say, we're going to take the authority away from the legislature, even though he didn't say that in today's speech, and we're going to give it to his commissioners, and they're going to determine where the money will go. That's kind of a little too squishy for me, because we do have a separation of power in our state, and it's the legislative body who determines the policies of the state of Connecticut. And we believe that a certain program should be funded. We're going to state that in the budget, and then the governor needs to implement that on his side, because he is the manager of the state budget, while we are the crafters and the creators of the state budget. So I did like his message. We're going to assist him in any way that we can. I'm just hoping that the majority Democrats, which have caused us to be in this situation for the longest time, as you know, we've been under their rule for the past 20 years, that they come on board. And some of them stood up and applauded with the Republicans at the governor's speech, and many of them did not. So it's a wait and see, but we'll be back to you soon with another update from the state capitol. This is State Senator Kevin Witkos saying goodbye for now.